One more minute.
Play quick tune. Play quick tune. Yeah, go ahead and start the tune.
Play one more minute. That's what you want. Chino told me to play one more minute. There are no right. Well, but there is one song that's very short. Actually, it's shorter than a minute, and it was the last song on the Beatles' White Album. How many people remember what that was? Good. What was it? You remember what it was, but you can't remember, right? Well, you'll hear it in a moment. All right, I just had to find what key I'm going to do it in. Her Majesty's a pretty nice girl, but she doesn't have a lot to say. Her Majesty's a pretty nice girl, but she changes from day to day. I want to tell her that I love her a lot, but I got to get a belly full of wine. Her Majesty's a pretty nice girl, someday I'm gonna make her mine. Oh yeah, someday I'm gonna make her mine. Thank you very much. My name is Dove, like the bird, D-O-V-E. And right now, here comes the Chino Bird. You ready, Chino Bird? Ah, there you go, good. Was it good for you?
Give it up one more time for Dove, ladies and gentlemen. Give it up for him. Of course, let me fix these mics real quick. There we go, blessing this side of the room with the gift of sound. All right. That's awesome. Good work. Good work. This is an awkward switch. We'll get it down sooner. Ladies and gentlemen, I feel like it's time to start the comedy show. What do you guys think? Is it time to start? That's a pretty good reaction. That's a pretty good reaction for any other night, but not tonight. Tonight, you found the coolest thing going on a Monday night on Maui, okay? There's nothing else like this going on anywhere else. If you're here for some comedy, make some noise! There it is. I knew you had it in you. Welcome to the Comedy Simulator. This happens every Monday night. Whose first time is it here to the Comedy Simulator? Where are my first timers? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you so much. Did you mean to come here to the Comedy Simulator? Wonderful. That's my favorite type. The people who walk in here by accident, I'm like, oh, you might hate this. You might hate this. But you guys are here for comedy, so you're probably gonna love it. I'm gonna warn you right now, it is not a traditional stand-up comedy show. It is a simulated comedy experience. What does that mean? We are not real comedians. You are not a real audience. What does that mean? Nobody's asking you for money, so lower your expectations. That's the rule here. This is an open mic that we're making it seem a lot better. We're putting lipstick on a pig, so to speak, right? We're artists trying to figure out how to do this art, and at the same time, we game show it so that some of the bad sets are still funny. You're gonna see some amazing moments of comedy, possibly some moments of genius. You're also gonna see some people suck at comedy, and that's part of the situation too. But that's also part of the fun. We are simulating this, so we're gonna try to pretend like we're the best comics you've ever seen. You just try to pretend like you're the best audience we've ever had. Sound fair? Trepidation? A little bit of worry? That's fine. We'll walk this line together. I will reward you too. Audience member of the night, you get a free bottle of High Spice Hot Sauce. Someone hand me that bottle right there. Skylar, please hand this to me. One of them, any of them. Handcrafted, island grown, High Spice Hot Sauce. When I say handcrafted, I mean these hands. I crafted this hot sauce. You want my hands in your mouth? This is how you get it. High Spice Hot Sauce. Hey, we got our first big laugh. You might win it. That's how audience member of the night works. Comedian of the night, you will be rewarded and showered with pleasantries and rewards of high fives, handshakes, and respect from your peers. Let's see, theme of the night tonight is party jokes. All the comedians are gonna be having at least a joke, a moment, something to do with parties. That's the theme. Also, comedians, you don't always have to 100% abide by the theme. If you can find a clever way to skirt it, I love that even more. I love weapons of treachery. That is my favorite. I love it. All right, you guys ready to start comedy? Are you guys ready to go? Yeah! Let's start it. Begin simulation. I used to be a big partier. I'm about to turn 40 in October, so I've had to wheel back on the partying a little bit. But I used to party a lot. I used to be a big time partier. And the problem now is I'm seeing like the party world advance without me in it. You know, I start getting like party jealousy. Like, have you guys ever seen boba straws? Huge, right? 10 gauge shotgun of a straw. Do you know how many parties I could have ruined with that straw? It was like, hey, Gino, you want to bump? Like, yeah, sure. Where's my key? What the hell? How am I gonna get to my house later? That's not my problem. That's a you problem right now. I used to, and I knew the turning point happened after COVID. I went back to LA for a tour, and I had a friend that's like, hey, you want to try a bump? I'm like, I haven't done this since pre-COVID. Like, this is a weird feeling. Okay, yeah. And I did it, and he was like, oh wait, that's not what you think it is. I was like, what? He's like, no, we don't do that anymore. I was like, what did you give me? He's like, it was K. And I go, okay. And I fold my hands over my lap. And he goes, I'm so sorry, dude. I'm like, it's cool, man. He's like, I am so sorry. I'm like, dude, it's cool, man. He's like, I'm really sorry. I'm like, stop apologizing. You're killing my buzz, right? I'm not a bubble gummer, okay? If I'm taking strange drug from a random key, I'm not gonna question what it is. I'm gonna white knuckle and I'm gonna ride that bitch. And that's what I did. I handled at the middle of the Hollywood Improv. Yeah, I learned better, though. I learned better. I do miss the party, though. I just smoke weed these days. Where are my weed smokers at? Wow, for Paia, that number is surprisingly low. That's not how your driving reflects. Jesus, what's going on? I smoke a lot of cannabis. I actually smoke the most evolved form of cannabis currently. I'm smoking dabs. Anybody here know what dabs are? See, I noticed two reactions. Some people are like, yeah, and some people are like, yeah, I know. Like you did one and then never again, right? Like, anybody here not know what dabs are? Anybody here not know what I'm talking about? Okay, friends over here. You remember the feeling of like the first time you smoked weed? Like everything felt like a dream, it was all kind of crazy? Do you want to feel that again? All you gotta do is take one of these and just like it implies, just a dab, just a little bit. And it's a drug. It's no longer weed when we do dabs. It's a drug, right? You gotta use a blowtorch. That's a drug. That's, if you don't understand, I can tell it's a drug when I smoke dabs around my flower friends, they get all freaked out. I'm like, do you want to try one? They're like, I don't know. It looks kind of intimidating. I'm like, dude, don't worry about it. It's not a big deal at all. You're going to love it. You're going to love it. I'm like, oh, God. What, are you making jewelry? What the hell is going on here? It's like, nah, it's just a torch, just to get the glass hot. And I'll be honest, like, I'm such a drug addict now that when I hear a blowtorch, my nipples get hard. I'm not going to lie. I'll be in a work situation where you're like I'll be like, are we smoking dabs? Oh, shit, you're making jewelry. My bad. That's what it's for. I remember one time I was smoking a little dab in my car. I was living in LA and I had to smoke in my car. I looked across the street and as I was heating up my glass, there was another guy getting ready to smoke his dab. And like we made eye contact. I was like, oh, we're like brothers. Or like twin flames, something like that, right? You know? And we're like, yeah, dude, we give each other the nod, right? And I smoke my dab. And then he smokes his meth. And I'm like, oh, we're not brothers. We're neighbors. And now you know where I live. And now I got to move my car. This is kind of scary, right? Yeah. I wish we can have a more supreme level to dabs. I know 20 years from now, our kids are going to be smoking something way more advanced. And they'll be seeing Uncle Chino in the corner with his little blowtorch. Like, Uncle Chino's never tried Zoom before. I'm like, dude, load me another one. Shoot me in the fucking face. That looks great. Can I have one? All right, guys, you ready to start the night? Let's go. Ladies and gentlemen, your first comic coming up to the stage is probably sold more drugs than any other comic you'll see tonight. And by that, I mean he's a pharmacist. Give it up for Mr. Rick Jager.
All right, how we doing, guys? Party jokes. Well, I can't party anymore, but back in college, the first time I did acid was in the Outer Banks in North Carolina. And what I remember is just laughing my ass off because we were sitting on the dunes looking at the waves, and the colors were beautiful. But as I was sitting on the dunes, they started to undulate, and it felt like sitting on a waterbed. So that was pretty cool. Another place that's cool to do acid, we had a theme park near where I live called King's Dominion. And we used to drop acid and then go ride all the rides. You know how the ride operators always have a spiel where they say, keep your hands and feet in the car and do this and that and the other. And the last thing they say is enjoy your ride. And acid really just added an extra dimension to that phrase, enjoy your ride. So, all right. Where's my surfers? Any surfers in the house? All right. I just want to say for the record that the Beach Boys are fucking liars, okay? They have this song called Catch a Wave about surfing, right? If you haven't heard it, there's a line in this song that says, you paddle out, turn around and raise. That's all there is to the coastline craze. Really? That's all there is. Maybe for you guys that's all there is, but for a guy from Virginia, I think the learning curve is just a little bit steeper than that. They don't say anything about going over the falls, getting caught in the spin cycle, getting your ass dragged across the reef, or, what's that other thing? Drowning. They don't mention drowning. So that's all there is, huh? Fuck you, Brian Wilson. Okay, as a pharmacist in a hospital, we have to respond every time there's a code blue called, which is a cardiac arrest. So we had one the other day, and I'm there, and I'm pulling drugs from the code cart, and the nurse is there, and she's doing compressions, and the doc is getting ready to give the guy a shock, and we're just trying very hard, trying to save this guy's life. And a cop walks in the room, and he walked right over to me, I guess because it looked like I wasn't very busy at the time. And he says, so, when do you think I might be able to interview this guy? And I just looked at him like he was crazy, and I gave it my best Bones McCoy impression from Star Trek, and I said, damn it, Jim, I'm a pharmacist, not a doctor, but I don't see that happening anytime soon. So I've been a pharmacist now for 42 years, guys. Thank you, thank you. It's been a great life. Oh, shit. But lately, they've had me doing a lot of contract work because for some reason, they don't really like to hire a 65-year-old pharmacist. What was I talking about? Oh, yeah, interviewing. I really hate interviewing. I'll do okay with the interview until they get to the question, so, where do you see yourself in 5 years? I'm like, surfing on Maui. Can you help me with that? Yeah, I didn't get that job. I did, however, get an extension on my contract. I'm here till October now. So, yeah. So, I'm just really, really tired of always working with drugs. And now, I just want to do some. Thanks, guys.
He's touched more drugs than anybody, but hasn't done any of them. Rick Jagger, ladies and gentlemen. Keep it going for him. You know how people say they're gonna like travel the world when they retire, and then once they retire, they no longer have like the health stamina to travel like how they wanted to? I feel like that's Rick Jagger's drug addiction. He's been waiting all his life to become a drug addict, and now he's like, I just don't have the liver for it. I just can't. I can't mix with these fillers. All right, ladies and gentlemen, come up next to the stage. We haven't seen her. We didn't see her. Were you here last week? You weren't here last week. She missed last week. You've seen her at several burlesque shows around the island. Give it up for Abra.
Hey, give it up for Shino, everybody. Oh, that's right. My name is Abra, and yes, I missed a week. I'm stepping off. I'm sorry, I was partying too hard, obviously. No, it's not true. Yay. I always know my crowd. It's the pretty girls. I know it's not going to be satisfying for anybody but us tonight. Hi. So I have a friend that recently quit drinking, and she said, it just doesn't serve me anymore. And I said, bitch, you mean they won't serve you anymore? Oh, partying. I used to party so hard I would become a table. Do you know how bad it is when you start to become furniture? It's kind of like those divots are there for a reason. It's not a cup holder. No, it's not. It's not a speed bump either, but it could be. Maybe a speed table. Maybe a speed cushion. Maybe we're leading to speed humps. Just saying. You're welcome. Hope that guy's okay. I know, I'm really lighting it up out here. It's on fire. Oh, so actually, I think the younger people are stopping doing drugs. I heard that, liquor sales are down, which is great because I think that means that there's going to be less date graping in general. And I'm saying graping because there's people that are eating. And apparently that's what's appropriate on the internet, which this is so stressful. I'm so glad they got it working for when I got to be on stage, and it's big enough for you to read it. Thanks, Skylar. You're so charming and kind. It's like having all of your mistakes publicly viewed. Okay, so going back. Yeah, the date graping. Because that's not happening anymore, it's ruining my chances of ever having a board game. We'll circle back to that. Okay. So I think that people that are really into drugs are they're kind of crazy because they also like things up their butt, So I'm likening things, and this isn't gay people. That's a whole different thing. Pegging is what I'm talking about. Pegging is a little different, That's. Whew, are you okay, table? That wholesome family? Yeah, you guys. No? Okay, cool. Thanks. Just, I didn't get consent first. I forgot. Sorry. Little date grapey of me right there. Circling back. So yes, I think that drug addicts really like being pegged because it's not natural, but you get to like it anyway, and you build up a tolerance for it. And we're making eye contact now. And you need more to feel it, And then it kind of leads to anal leakage and you can't make eye contact with your family, which circles back to my board game. Okay, so it's kind of like the game of life. Do you remember the game of life? Anybody? When we still played with our hands and paper? Yes, validation, woohoo! And a mustache, I love that. Okay, I'm distracted. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, my board game. Okay, so it's like the game of life. So you have a car, and you can put any pegs that you want in the car, any way that you want to put them. Whatever color you want, pink, blue, whatever color you want. You got the whole damn rainbow. So anyway, you spin the dice. We have 2, because I am impatient. Then you pick a card. It's a boundary or a consent card, okay? Yes. The boundary cards are he's like, hey, let's have 4 shots before dinner. I think your girlfriend's cute. What's she doing later? Boundary cards, okay? You get one of those, you get a boundary block. You start to build a wall at the end of the game. It's a boundary wall. Consent cards are like this. Men take note. He called and showed up on time. He brought a present. He said what he was gonna do. He flossed. Consent cards right there. Okay, so anyway, we're wrapping this up. You get to the end of the dates. There's been some partying, you've gotten to the boundary wall. he gets to pull back on the penis pendulum. And if he breaks through that boundary wall, everyone yells, "Date rape!" And the game is over. Perfect for preteens. Once again, my name is Abra. Thank you and good night.
One more time for Abra, ladies and gentlemen. All right, she said something that I take mild offense to. She said that people who do drugs like things in their butt. To be fair, the only things that I've liked in my butt were drugs, okay? Has anybody else here done ecstasy in their butt? I've done it once. I'll never do it again. Because it was awesome. And I don't want to be that guy at your UFC party, like, hey, can I get one of those? Yeah. Who do you think's going to win the main event, huh? Yeah, don't want that. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, coming up next to the stage, your Tuesday night open mic host. You can catch him every Tuesday in Kihei at Vibe, hosting the Tuesday mic. If this is enough open mic comedy for you, you can get more in Kihei. Give it up for Mr. Morgan Tamajian.
Thanks, everybody. Good to see you all. Dub, nice set earlier. Although, wouldn't hurt you to play some Grateful Dead or something once in a while. But no, I'll just say it. That's okay. No, we are not here for that. Party time. That's the theme tonight. And yes, I, like other old people in this room, had my days of partying. And now it's more like I could talk about the party that's happened later, but I'll be passing out on the couch about 9 o'clock when that party is just starting to get going. And then what's crazy is, like, my neighbors were listening to some really cool music the other day until they told me to turn it down, right? And I was like, thank you. But it's just my band that we're getting ready. We're getting this band together. We play parties, or we like to say we play parties. We don't have a gig yet, so that's why we're called the 999 Megabytes. All right, thank you. But yeah, no, all fun and jokes aside, I was thinking about starting a group for procrastinators, a support group. I've been putting it off for a little while, though. Let's see, what else am I going to talk about? I used to party. I still like to party. I'm going out this weekend. I went and saw Earth, Wind, and Fire last night. Fuck! Did you guys go? Everybody was there. At least, I mean, I didn't know who was going to be there, and then I walked up and sat down in my seat because it was all seats. Like, what the fuck is that? You know, you're supposed to be, where's the dance floor, right? Where's the bar? It wasn't happening. It was a very subdued Earth, Wind, and Fire concert. If you weren't there, you didn't miss much. It was raining. I left early, and keep checking my phone, you know, because that's like the party hotline these days. Used to be, when you had a party, you would like tell one person, and then like the whole high school would show up, you know? It was cool. And I went to a bunch of parties like that when I was in high school, and I was never at more parties that I wasn't invited to. And they start to realize you're not invited to that party. Hey, who do you know here? Oh, no, I just came with some friends. Well, who are they? I don't know. Oh, I don't know. No, you have to leave. And I'm like, fuck, this party's raging. You're telling me to leave? Shit. So I went out, got in my car, and got on the phone. I called the sheriff and said, hey, there's a party at 302 Kamalii Street. Fucking, and the fuckers just pulled out, and they took a crazy left turn and almost cut me off and almost killed my family, you know. I don't have any kids. I'm not married, and I know that sounds dark. What I meant to say is I'm super rich. Yeah, so much money. It's just great. Anyway, no, I'm sorry about that. I gotta check my notes here. I was in a bar the other day. I was like, you know, looking up at they had the news on. It wasn't a game, it wasn't a World Cup. It was like the news. They just cut to the news, and they're showing like the war and stuff. And I was there, and this guy's like, it's all happening, man. It's happening soon. He's like, I got a bunker. I got 4 years supplies, everything. He's like, you and me, man, you can come with me and be there. We'll get through this. It's all going to happen real soon. I'm like, who are you? The fuck? And no, if it's going to happen, like, I don't want to be surviving that. I want to be, more like headed toward the mushroom cloud with the windows rolled down and Highway to Hell blasting on the stereo, because I do not want to live through a post-apocalyptic thing. Anyway, have a good time tonight, everybody. Get home safe. Aloha.
Morgan Tamajan, ladies and gentlemen, keep it going for him. So whether or not you guys know this, we're actually live streaming this on YouTube currently. That's what this comment section is scrolling right here. Currently up to close to 3K viewers already. Hundreds of comments going. You guys can follow us on YouTube if you want, at Comedy Simulator. You guys, subscribe, follow us. We're 200 away from monetizing. Help us make some money. This is an open mic that happens in the middle of the Pacific Ocean in Hawaii on the island of Maui. Thank you guys for tuning in. I know it's probably late where you guys are. I'm pretty sure the main competition that we have on YouTube Live at this hour is Chinese food trucks. I mean, that's a lot to compete with. I love watching them make food. It's pretty dope. You guys should check it out. But check out our Comedy Simulator at Comedy Simulator on YouTube, and you can follow this live stream every Monday that you can't make it. Now, coming to the stage, one of my favorite comics and favorite people on Island. Give it up for Miss Rhonda Lee Kitts.
Keep it going for Chino LaForge. My name is Rhonda Lee Kitts. And put your hands together for the live chat. It's very, very mean all the time. And it's a good thing though, I'm not suicidal anymore. I have a theory. I have a new theory this week. And my theory is that the live chat doesn't exist and that it's just Chino when he gets off stage and he's just commenting all this mean shit he thinks about us all the time. And to prove a point, if the chat is exclusively Chino LaForge, chat 69, 69, 69 a bunch. Hey, Barry McCockiner, shout me out. You can Venmo me at Rhonda Lee 88 $1 for shouting you out. I'll shout out. Those bangs say run. It's because I cut them this morning myself. Tonight's party night. I was thinking about it. Hey guys. Back over here. I was thinking about party night. And honestly, most recently I was a wedding planner for a few years. And I thought of all the wedding parties where I saw speeches happen. And who here has seen a train wreck wedding speech? Yeah, good amount. I've seen so many. I saw a maid of honor. She went up on stage and she goes, "We are all so happy to be here celebrating the happy couple, but we're also so sad that Jessica, who was actually chosen as the maid of honor, can't be here with us tonight. And we all miss her so much." She goes, "Well, she's not dead, she's just pregnant. But she couldn't come tonight." And then she did a 15-minute speech about how she was actually the best friend. Then I had a father of the bride go up one night, and he did this whole speech where he's like, this is 100% true. He goes, "We are so happy that Tabitha found..." Hey guys, enough with the chat. Come back to me. The father of the bride says, "Hey, we are so happy she found Justin." Because we all remember what it was like before, right? We remember that she had a rocky past. We all remember about the abortion she had, right? and mentioned her actual abortion on stage. Did the chat like that? No. Oh. All right, I got some new stuff to work on. Oh, I'm not where I thought I'd be in life at this point. I thought I'd have more money. But then I realized, I'm like, oh, my brother is very successful. My brother has a great business. He makes a lot of money. So I'm like, I think I'll be fine. Then I remembered that he had 4 kids. And I'm like, God damn it. I'm not going to see a dime of that. I'm like, fuck them kids. That's my birthright. Now I understand how Scar felt in Lion King. It was supposed to be mine. All right, you guys, my name's Rhonda Lee Kitts. Thanks for nothing.
Rhonda Lee Kitts, ladies and gentlemen. I didn't know that Lion King was about inheritance. Because Disney movies are all like, they're all like supposed to be parallels for something else. Like Land Before Time was supposed to be for tolerance, racial and special needs tolerance. You guys didn't realize that? Land Before Time, remember that with the long necks? Come on, tell me that didn't look like a little black child. He was, and then Sarah, the Triceratops, we don't talk to long necks, right? With a hard R, that racist bitch, right? Land Before Time was trying to teach us something. All right, this next comic is also trying to teach us something. Going from many different looks tonight, he is also Disney with the Mighty Ducks hat on. Give her Mr. Shahane Nelson.
Hello. My name is Shane Nelson, and this is a story about a party. I am a first descendant of the First Nation. My family is Lakota from Standing Rock. And this is a story where, okay, whatever. This is a story about a birthday party that I went to for a 3-year-old at Standing Rock Reservation. And this is a true story about when my Uncle Joe Bear, at a 3-year-old's birthday party, grabbed the mic and gave a speech. And this is the speech that Joe Bear gave.
Oh, yeah. Hey there. How's everyone doing? Yeah. I just wanted to get up here and say happy birthday, little Joe Jr. Junior Bear. Today, Junior Bear turns 3, yeah. And so I want to talk about some life lessons. Like, sometimes in life, life's gonna be hard, yeah. Like, maybe you're born with Terry's face, real ugly, yeah. That's a shame, it makes a hard life. Or maybe you're lucky like little Joe Junior Bear, and you're born with good looks like your uncle, yeah. Well, that's not why we're here. We're not here to talk about my good looks, though. We're here because it's little Joe Junior's birthday. And now he's a man. He's 3, yeah. And sometimes Joe, I want to say Joe, life's going to be hard, yeah. There's about 3 more minutes of this, miss. You better buckle up. Sometimes you're trying to climb a tree. You're trying to get away from a bear. And there's another bear climbing that tree trying to get you, little Joe Bear. And who's to say there's not a second or a third bear? It's not up to me how many bears are on the tree. Actually, it is. It's my story. There's 3 bears on this tree. Joe, I just want to say, you should probably find a wife, yeah. You need a woman with fried bread tattoos. Yeah, grease burns on her wrists because she makes the best fried bread.
And that's like 3 minutes of a 20-minute speech my uncle gave at a 3-year-old's birthday party. Nice. I'm glad you like that. Does the chat like it? Getting up in front of people is stressful. I wouldn't do it. Nice. They feel bad for me. Cool. Is the topic awkward speeches? Maybe. Fun fact, in college, the only class I ever failed was public speaking. And now I'm a comedian and a priest. Funny. It's funny because it's true. I bless all of you. With the powers vested in me by God. Here's another party story for you filthy animals. I'm not allowed to go to method party or like parties where you dress up in character. Like I got kicked out of a pirate party, which is a fun. Have you ever been carried out of a pirate party by 8 other pirates? They make you walk the plank. But here's the story I really want to tell you guys: is I went to a white trailer trash themed party, and I was so good, dude. This girl, she was making tattoos on people, and she's like, "What tattoo would you like on your chest?" And I was like, "Write NAR." Like GNAR, NAR. And I was hammered drunk. And she writes on my chest. I'm walking around the party, and everyone has a problem with me. This one guy grabs me, and he's like gonna punch me. He's like, tell me one person you know where I'm gonna punch you in the face. And I was like, what is happening? Eventually, I got kicked out of that party. And I get home, and I'm looking in the mirror. I'm like, what's wrong with me, you know? And then I read my chest, and it says like, I'm like, is that Regin? What's that say? She wrote the N-word on my chest, dude. I was walking around this white trash party with the N-word on my chest. And that's how I will finish this. Goodbye. My name is Shane Nelson.
And he still has that tattoo today. Shane, no, I'm just joking. He doesn't. He definitely does not. Oh my God, that's terrible to say. I take that back. I take it all back. Jesus Christ. What am I doing? One more time for Shane Nelson, ladies and gentlemen. Why does Papa Joe Bear sound like Macho Man? And then the bear climbed up the tree. Yeah, I was trying to get some money. Yeah, that was really very close. Coming up next to the stage has quite possibly the best hair on the show that you're going to see tonight. Save Ed, you might have the best. Ladies and gentlemen, I was like, it's coiffed, it's waved, it's ready to go. Give it up for Mr. Joel Hewins.
Everybody keep it going for Chino, huh? Party night. Here's the thing, right? I had a liver transplant when I was a kid, so I never got invited to too many parties growing up. That's not entirely true. I got invited to this one decoy party where me and 3 other social rejects had to realize that we weren't invited to an actual party. So we started smoking weed and became stoners. Shout out to Ivan and Chuck. Love you guys. Let's see here. I got a haircut today. My first haircut in like 5 years. It came with a weapons permit. I don't know what to do with it. The stylist told me, hey man, you look lethal. You're gonna need this. I got this mullet because I got a really pretty girlfriend. She has a mullet too. I thought it'd be cute if we matched. We look like a match made in the back of a pickup truck. She has more of a North Carolina mullet than say like a California mullet, but she still uses soap. You know what I mean? She's into chakras. She talks about chakras, but she still uses the word retarded. You know, she's like a perfect middle ground. She's great. I'm head over heels. I gotta check my notes. I just got distracted by a tangent there. Let's see here. On my way to this mic, I actually got pulled over by a police officer for just looking too fast. I said, sir, I can provide you with this weapons permit, but no ID. All right, I had like a really, really risky joke to close on, but I don't think, you don't. All right, my girlfriend, this might be really lewd to talk about on stage, but my girlfriend described my penis for the first time the other day. And the exact vernacular that she used, she said, you have a fat cock. Now, here's the thing about that. I don't know if that's good or bad, right? So I'm like, what do you mean fat? Is fat like type 3 diabetes? Like how fat are we talking here? Like, and she's like, yeah, you have a fat cock. And I didn't know how to respond to that, so I said, babe, you got a fat pussy, but spelled with a balanced pH. Come on now. Thank you. And then she said, dude, you're silly. You're a faggot spelled with PH. And I said, yeah, baby, that's me. Your big fat cock faggot boyfriend. Anyway, I'm out of here. Thank you.
Happy Pride Month, Joel Hewins. There you go. Congratulations on your fat but short cock. That must be good. It's like a tuna can. It's adorable. I got to make it funny. Congratulations. I had to make it funny. It's my job. Man, by the way, JFK 2026, I think you might get comic of the night. Hey, Joel, he just called you Joel Dirt. That was pretty solid. Hey, JFK, solid shot, bro. Hey, clean it up, though. All right, ladies and gentlemen, your next comic coming to the stage has been doing comedy with me for a very, very long time. I love him very much, and you'll love him too. Give it up for Ted Anderson.
One more time for Chino LaForge. I'm so sad that you told them that I've been doing this for a long time because they're going to expect so much better than what about to fucking happen.
Doing it well.
Yeah, no, not well at all. Hello, people. How are you? Are we okay? Do we want to learn an anatomy fact tonight? All right, first fact. A man cannot initiate urination and speak at the same time. Thank you, Joel. Second fact. When a man finishes urinating, he has an uncontrollable head-to-tail shiver that takes him over. I tell you this because anytime you're in a swimming pool and a guy starts talking, he just pissed next to you. I have TMJ problems. I have jaw problems. Anybody else have TMJ problems? Raise your hands. Okay, everybody, we're going to do this together. This is an exercise to help TMJ. Open your mouth once, as wide as you can. Yeah, come on in the back. You said you did. Do it. Open up. Okay. All right. Now, what you're going to do is you're going to put your fingers on either side of your cheek. You're going to find a part that hurts. You're going to push down it as hard as you can. You're going to open your mouth all the way up. And then side to side. And then come back. Open your mouth up again. Now you're all third base ready. You're welcome. There we go. Another anatomy fact. When I see the sunrise, my body assumes that I need to throw up. Yeah. It assumes that if I am watching the sunrise, I've been doing up something all night that requires my body to get rid of everything inside of it. One person knows what that means. Supposed to be party night. I had a party joke that went on and on and on, and I'm deciding not to tell it because there's a Jesus freak guy that keeps saying Jesus is king. So I want to talk about Jesus' party. I know what happened. I went to Catholic school. I know what happened in the Bible. I know what Jesus would do. People say, what would Jesus do? I know exactly what Jesus would do. He had the largest army in the world hunting him down, and he threw a party at a bar. I know it was a bar because I've seen a picture. They're all seated on one side of a table. That's a fucking bar. Who takes that picture? The bartender. Jesus ended up getting so drunk, he held up a cup of wine and was like, this is my blood. And everybody's like, we know, you've been drinking all night. And he was like, eat me. And they were like, Mary Magdalene first. So him and the boys get too drunk. They get thrown out of the bar onto the street. Cops show up. Judas turns out to be the guy that gets a little too touchy-feely, ends up kissing Christ. Guy gets his ear cut off. Jesus puts it on upside down. He disappears. 3 days later, everybody thinks he's dead. And he shows up. Shit, I fucked up this joke. And he shows up with wounds that nobody can explain. That's not the New Testament. That's called Hangover, the prequel. Guys, my name is Ted Anderson. Have a good night.
Ted Anderson, ladies and gentlemen. He helped all those jaws out there tonight. That's wonderful. Hey, do you still have insoles? I need some of them shits. No, we'll talk later. All right, ladies and gentlemen, your next comic is not going to help you with your jaws at all. He might be hurting your ears as well. I got to get the mic stand to the mic appropriate. Ladies and gentlemen, the Musubi of comedy, Chuck Thompson!
Oh, Lordy. Oh, my goodness. Wow, what a room full of beautiful people and America's worst incels. I love it that every time a woman came on stage, it was just like green puke emoji, which means they're definitely in somebody's basement. I hope it's theirs. Thank you very much, Gino. That's right, I am the Spam Musubi of comedy because I'm a lot cheaper after 2 a.m. at an ABC store. Don't wrap me in saran wrap ever. No one wants to bite into that. That's not good. Oh my God, tonight is party night, and based upon the people in the comments, I'm gonna talk about the most important party ever, the Republican Party. Am I right, everybody? No. Yeah, okay, I get it. You got the Republican Party, you got the Democratic Party, and then the Independent Party, right? Which is a lot like women. Independent shouldn't exist. Just kidding. I'm terrible. I vote blue. I'm a Smurf all over. But I am here to talk about party night. And the most important party I want to talk about is the lies that they speak to us, guys. I was at Safeway earlier buying chicken wings for $7.99, and it said party size. Is everyone doing cocaine and hallucinogens at this Safeway party? Party size. I ate it at my lunch break, and I was back in 5 minutes. I threw a big house party growing up. My name is Charles. I'll take that. Is that a salad? No, never mind. And I threw a big house party in high school, and I'm from Connecticut. And this guy at my house party got really drunk, lost the game of beer pong, and then he called everyone in the room the N-word. And then we kicked Sean Casey out of my house because Sean Casey is a fucking loser. And then Sean Casey broke my screen door, and I was able to collect up all the cans and return them. And with that money, I was able to go down to Home Depot and fix my screen door entirely, right? Now, cut to 3 weeks ago, my dog Daisy jumps out a window to eviscerate a chicken and destroys my screen window. And so 20 years ago, when I broke a door, I was able to spend $18 and get the whole thing fixed. Mama and Papa Thompson didn't know what happened, right? Daisy broke a window, killed the chicken, and I go to Home Depot to replace my window. It was gonna cost $58 to replace the window. And I was a Republican. I either have to do mental gymnastics to tell myself that inflation doesn't exist, or better yet, teach my dog the N-word. All right. Teaching your dog the N-word, saving you $40. Okay, everybody, take care. Have a good night.
All right, I'm shutting this shit down. I don't like where this theme is going, okay? I've noticed a reoccurring theme through several sets, and y'all need to cut that shit out, all right? Knock it off. Keep it to racial epithets in your own race. That's fair. Nobody minds you talking shit about your own people, right? Everybody seems to be pretty cool with that. But, all right. I didn't mean to make that sound policing. I was trying to be funny. That got the wrong tone. Everybody backed up on me. What happened? Is this Thanksgiving? We can let go, guys. I'm not your family. All right. Who does? Oh, that's right. Ladies and gentlemen, you saw the mulleted boyfriend, but you have not seen the mulleted girlfriend. Are you ready to see the mulleted girlfriend? Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Abby Rose.
Yeah, to the guy that's shouting Jesus is king, I would party with Jesus. Have you guys seen that guy without a shirt on? Like, he's pretty fucking hot. And he turns water into wine. So, I mean, that's my kind of guy. But, yeah, party jokes. Huh. I guess the first time I did cocaine was kind of a joke. I don't even know if it was, like, fully cocaine because I snort some and I think it's a good idea to, like, chase it down with soda. And the soda, like, fizzed. It followed the cocaine trail out of my nose and, like, fizzed all the way up and out. And, yeah, that started my cocaine high. And most of it was baking soda. But after that, the little bit of cocaine that was in that, yeah, it got me pretty high. I was like a schizophrenic cat, like, waiting for the laser to come back. Like, I was at a billiards house with some friends, and I'm just like, oh, was that the laser? Oh, my God, no, that was... Nope, okay. Shit, okay, it's coming though. I know it's coming. Guys, the laser's gonna come. That was basically like the whole part of my high. Didn't do that again, but first time I smoked weed, I swear that shit was laced and it wasn't because everybody else in the room was normal. But I was like fucking tripping balls. And there was like a switch in my head where like every 5 seconds it would just cut on and I'm like, guys, it's happening again. And they're like, what the fuck is happening? And I'm like, I don't know, it's happening again. And every time I'd say it's happening again, it would fucking happen again. And so that happened for like, I want to say 45 minutes. And then when it finally stopped happening again, I just like was normal high and just like got the munchies and like, I don't know, was really thirsty. But yeah, now I'm a dabber, actually. And so I use the whole blowtorch and everything. I'm over here freebasing marijuana, and it's my preferred method. My dab rig actually does look like a meth rig, though. And it's kind of funny when my friends come over, or I don't have like a portable rig, so I'll like be ballsy and I'll take my whole glass rig out sometimes to the beach or something. And I'll just whip it out, and they're like, what the fuck is this science project she's got? I'm like, you guys trying to get high? But, yeah. First time I did LSD, that was another fucking... I swear, humans, not just humans, most mammals seek altered experiences. So, like, we want to be fucked up. We want to be high. We don't want to feel the way that we always feel. And so I was always seeking that psychedelic experience. And so when I was like 17, my friends like finally offered me some drugs, and I was like, finally, I've been waiting for this moment my whole life. And I'm like, is there anything I need to know? And they're just like, well, you got to be in a good state of mind. And I'm like, oh, I'm great. I was not great. But in that moment, I was great. And then I started peaking, and it was like the worst experience of my life. But also the best experience of my life. And yeah, it basically ended with me, or the peak ended with me just begging them to let me die because it was just so intense. And towards the end of it, I was just like, wow, I have purpose and there is a God and like the suffering is all worth it and we're all here for a reason. That high. Speaking of how high, the highest I've ever been, I swear was like, I went through a McDonald's fucking drive-through, and I was with 2 other friends, and you know, it was like, we just pulled an all-nighter, so I don't know if I was like that high or just sleep-deprived, and we had gotten everything we ordered, everybody had paid, we had everything, and I was just sitting there for at least like over 5 minutes, and they're at the window talking about us, like, are they okay? And she opens the window, she's like, honey, are you good? And I'm like, oh, fuck, and I just drive off, and my friends are like laughing their ass off, and I'm like, well, you guys can't really laugh at me. You fucking let me sit there. We all sat there, fucking high out of our minds, just sitting in a McDonald's driveway. But that's basically, I don't know, I don't really party anymore. I think the party stops like 10 p.m. sharp, latest, so Anyway, that's my time. Thanks, Chino.
Keep it going for Abby, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm so happy that you and Joel met at Burning Man. You guys make a wonderful... Oh, what, a bunch of Burning Man people here in Paia? Shocking. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, your next comic coming to the stage joins us originally from the Big Island comedy scene, and she's a Maui resident now, so we get to have her here on our shows too. Give it up for the lovely Miss Lindsay Roth.
What's up, everyone? Give it up for your host, Chino, and yourselves. Thanks for being here. I just got back from the mainland. I was in Philly. I went to visit family and friends, and because I was subpoenaed. That's my party story. Has anyone partied so hard they got human trafficked? I didn't think so. But that's not a Monday night story. That's a Saturday night story. These days, I'm not partying too much. I usually do this thing with my boyfriend called couples therapy. You guys know it? It's when you do a ton of MDMA and fuck. And record it. And Chino, if you could cue the clip, please. Just kidding. Let me save you some time. If anyone wants to watch 45 minutes of a middle-aged woman talking about how tired she is, you can see me after the show. Dude's there with his whole Uncle Squiddy costume on, just waiting for action. No, I used to be a girl gone wild. Any girl gone wild in here? Yes, I see one. Now I'm more of a woman gone mild. So I don't have to worry about getting too drunk and having sex with someone whose name I don't know. I know him, he lives with me. When I go out now, I have to worry about like some single mom involving me in a multi-level marketing scheme. My rock bottom was waking up to a bunch of doTERRA oils I did not intend to go home with. But it smelled delightful. Can we give it up for girls going wild? I hear them. What happens when girls go wild? Fun. You're gonna see some boobs, you're gonna hear some woos. Someone's probably gonna get their dick sucked. But when boys go wild, people get shot. And I'm not saying there's not girl school shooters, guys. I'm a feminist. I just don't know if they have the hand-eye coordination to carry it out, you know? Wow, I really lost you guys at the school shooter thing. Well, it's gonna get worse. I'm a millennial, so I grew up with bomb threats. Anyone else? Yeah. A little bit. Yeah, that's the worst we did, which does make the baby boomers accurate, right? Like, we really can't commit to anything. Unlike kids these days. Where are my Gen Xers and millennials at? I see you guys. We're all we're very sad. Yeah. That was a real aggressive move, sir, but I appreciate the pride. Yeah, we survived childhood. We were from like the generation where children were neither like seen nor heard still. Like they even had to have commercials on television reminding our parents to like check where we were about 10 o'clock at night. And parents know where their kids are today because these children are armed and dangerous. They don't fuck around. Not on this island, though. Here's a little bit more whimsical. Did you guys hear about the shooting at the Waldorf school? Or sorry, it was more of a loosing of bow and arrows. Arts and crafts got real aggressive one day. You don't like that. It's not real. But wouldn't that be adorable? Just a little medieval archery instead? Okay. Don't worry, in this hypothetical scenario, it was a female shooter and no one was harmed. Where do I want to go? I have 1 minute left. What other party stories do I have? Well, let's see. I am sober. Anyone else party so much they had to become sober legally? No. Some people, is anyone here California sober? Yeah. Yeah. How'd you harm your leg, ma'am, if I may ask? Is this a party trick? Dancing? Where?
Some haiku hippie party with Fleur. Oh, God. Crazy. Flinging me up in the air.
Okay. A freestyle swing dance party. That's pretty much as wild as Maui gets. I love hippie parties because drugs is like the least weird thing that happens there. There's like swing dancing and alien seances and sound baths, which is the only bath anyone takes here. Thank you guys so much. My name is Lindsay Roth. Give it up for your host, Chino.
Keep it going for Lindsay Roth, ladies and gentlemen. Do you want to hear my awful tag to her shooter joke, or should we keep moving on? You want to hear the awful tag? All right. What I was going to say was, you're right. A lot of the female school shooters aren't very successful because the best female shooters are trans. Statistically. All right, coming to the stage. Who did I say was next? Shit, dig me out of this hole. Oh, that's right. Ladies and gentlemen, coming up next to the stage, you've seen him out on the Bahia roads. Give it up for Uncle Squeedy.
All right, how's it, everybody? How you guys tonight? Give it up for Chino and the Paya Big. Woo. All right, my name is Uncle Squiddy. We're here tonight for talk about some parties, eh? Everybody like parties, had some good times, so that's one good subject. My earliest remembrance of parties was when I was Hanabata days, eh? I'm gonna go with my friend, Boy Jr. No relation to Shane's family, Juniors, but this is the Hawaiian Boy Jr. Yeah, no, full Hawaiian lua, yeah? We stay cruising, yeah? We stay watching all the aunties and uncles dancing, singing, good fun, yeah? They stay drinking. Next thing you know, big scrap! Bruh, Boy Jr.'s uncle, his name is Quicksilver. I don't know if you guys heard of him. For real, that's his name, I'm not lying. And he get brothers, Hi-Ho Silver, and one other brother, Sterling Silver. If you guys been around a long time, you know that family. But anyway, Brother Quick was scrapping with his cousin. Throwing blows, everything. Bro, it was nuts. And then after we found out was because his cousin's honey girls was spreading the aloha too much, yeah? So they went out for scrap. And then, so later on, next thing about parties here on Maui, high school time, we would go sneak into Seabury Hall. High school dance, yeah? Go party with the Howley girls, yeah? Oh, it was good fun. We go sneak in at night under eucalyptus trees by the barbed wire fence. We hop over. Run inside, oh, the Howley girls singing, burning down the house. Oh, why they like burn down the house for? I don't know. Oh, good fun times, but you know why we had to go chase the Howley girls? Because at Maui High, all the local girls had all local girls. Couple Howleys, but they was all hippies, yeah? So we never charged that one. But so all the local girls, they don't like surfer boys. So we had to go Seabury for find the girls that like the surfer boys. But the local girls, they only went like the quarterback, Lawrence Guillermo. He got all the chicks, back in the day. Oh, good times, But then, on another subject, not really to do with parties, but the other day, I was noticing, bro, if you go in an emergency, more better for call the Maui Marine Mammal Protection Agency than call the ambulance, bro. They show up so much more fast. Just tell them you on Monk Seal. Bro, the other day I was checking the surf, stay watching the waves. I get a couple sets coming through, not bad. I was watching the waves. Next thing I know, I see this crazy homeless lady dragging palm fronds up and down the beach, bro. I was like, what this lady doing? This crazy lady dragging palm fronds. Oh, I thought maybe she was trying to build one shelter or maybe signal the aliens or something. Well, I don't know. Then I noticed, she had the vest. Oh, she was Marine Mammal Protection Agency. And then I seen the seal down the beach. I'm like, oh, okay, she's still building one palm frond barrier around the monk seal, bro. I kid you not, bro. I seen them with my own eyes. She never have the orange tape. I don't know where the sign's in the orange tape. She's making palm fronds. I was thinking if I was that monk seal, I'd be shitting my pants. This crazy old white lady waving palm fronds all around the place, Oh, nuts. And then I was thinking, I seen these people now, they're usually pretty nice, but sometimes they get snappy. I seen them snap on people. I was wondering, what if Brother Igor was looking at one seal and the protection lady went throwing rock at him, and then he got mad and then went throwing rock at the seal. But nah, I don't think that happened. But you never know, But then I was looking and she stayed moving on the palm fronds. It was hot and sunny, and this old lady, I was thinking, oh, she looking hot. What if she pass out? Oh, what if she pass out? What What am I gonna do? I'm gonna call an ambulance, or I'm gonna call the Marine Mammal Protection Agency for the next one in line come down, huh? I don't know. But that's all I get for you guys tonight. Woo!
Uncle Squiddy, ladies and gentlemen. Next time for live stream, we need to have subtitles for him or something. In the perfect Queen's English, too, so everybody can know what he's saying. All right, ladies and gentlemen, coming up next to the stage, a comedian that I know is very happy the World Cup is going on right now. Former professional soccer player. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Ed the Dread!
All right, let's hear it for Chino, Skylar, and the Paia Bay Coffee and Bar. Tip your fucking wait staff. Woo! Good to be back. Last week, I was in Oceanside, California at the USA Surfing Championships. Yeah. I actually ended up winning second place in the over 40 men's longboard. Thank you, thank you, thank you. When I showed up, they were tripping that a black guy was there for the longboard national championship. They tripped out even harder as I put on a hooded wetsuit. If you don't know anything about a hooded wetsuit, they're all black and it's basically a waterproof shiesty mask. So I didn't have to surf to get second place, I just stuck them bitches up. Yeah. Just kidding, just kidding. I surfed against motherfuckers. How many people watching the World Cup? Anybody out there watching the World Cup? Yeah. This is the World Cup of the brother. I am telling you that. Canada's first goal, scored by a black man. USA's first goal, scored by a black man. Australia's first goal, scored by a black man. Mexico's first goal, say it with me, scored by a black man. Yeah, fucking right. The Mexican dude was not Ed the Dread Black either. He was black. Like, turn off the lights and all you see is eyes and teeth black. He had cornrows and tattoos. I looked that motherfucker up. He also has a blonde hair and blue-eyed white wife. I personally would like to welcome Julian Quinones to being African American. Mexico is North America, you motherfuckers. Damn. Let's see. Japan. Anybody seen Japan play? No? That's whose jersey I'm wearing. Japan? Fuck, they got a black goalkeeper. I swear to God, it's a whole bunch of pale-ass Asian dudes running around the field. The shot gets taken to goal. Fucking big-ass brother grabbing that shit out of the air. I was tripping. That motherfucker back there rocking the taper fucking mushroom cloud blowout. No? Fuck. Japanese, motherfuckers. All right, we talking about parties. I did play professional soccer, but I played college soccer before that. And I lived in a house with about 10 other players, 2 blocks from campus. It was basically a frat house of soccer players. We called it the soccer house. There was one time where we had a huge ass party and there was 3 floors. The 3rd floor bathroom, blown out, can't use it. 2nd floor bathroom, blown out, can't use it. So everyone in the party is waiting in line for the 1st floor. Now, I lived on the 2nd floor and I locked my door every time I left. My homie never locked his door. He went upstairs to get a bottle of liquor at one point, and a chick came walking down in regular New Jersey attire. She had on like a plaid skirt, some leggings, some long socks, and some Uggs. Rushed down the stairs to the living room. So my boy goes up to his room, notices that his closet floor is wet. Bends down to inspect it and smells some shit. Literally, homegirl had taken a shit in his closet. Couldn't wait for the bathroom. The best part about it was he came down with the shoe and looked at her and was like, "Bitch, you are out of here. Shitney Spears." She literally looked like Britney from the fucking music video back in the day. Another time, we were pre-gaming for a party at our home, and you know, college dudes end up trying to have big egos and get drunk as fast as they can. So, we were doing self-keg stands. Has anyone here ever done a self-keg stand? No? Kick your feet up on the wall, hold yourself up by your arms, pump the pump with one arm. Okay, so I'm pretty tall. So I moved the keg closer to the wall because to me, excuse me? Not 6'7". No, not 6'7". That was a good one. I moved the keg closer to the wall so that physics wouldn't fuck with me. When I came down from my keg stand, the shortest dude in the house was next. He saw my logic and used his drunk logic and moved the keg further away than it originally was. He kicked his fucking feet up, and when he went to pump, not only did his arm give out and hit his forehead, the keg flipped forward and he busted his front tooth out. Yeah, it was great. I mean, I don't even have anything more to say about that than that. But that homie fucked his shit up. Let's see. I think that's good. I think I'm good with the parties on that one. Let's hear it for your staff of the Comedy Simulator, y'all. Thank you. I'm Ed the Dread. That's my time.
Ed the Dread, ladies and gentlemen, keep it going for him. Shitney Spears, that was pretty funny. I was thinking Amber Turd, but Shitney Spears is a good one. Ladies and gentlemen, by the way, I'm gonna do one more thing for the live stream real quick. You guys are watching an open mic live here on Maui. Thanks for staying with us. Subscribe. We're 200 subscribers away from 1,000. That gets us paid. Help us get paid. Let's see, how many people we got left? We got like 5 or 6 comics left for the night. You guys ready for the home stretch? You guys ready to wheel it in? All right. You're doing great so far. I'm going to be doing a full set here on June 25th. That's not this upcoming Thursday, but the following Thursday. If you guys want to see me do a full set, 45 minutes to an hour, I'll be doing it here on Thursday, not next, following Thursday, June 25th. Come check it out. I'll be live streaming it from this channel too. Live streamers, subscribe, watch it. It's free. Go ahead and talk shit while I do it. I mean, it won't be up there and I won't be reading it, but go ahead and talk your shit. All right, coming to the stage now, our former videographer, still helps with the production. We love him, Dan Stevie.
All right, thank you, Chino. Thank you, Paya Bay. And thank you guys for coming out tonight. Oh yeah, happy Monday. Somehow I got old, so I don't party too much. I started microdosing. Anybody else microdosing? Somebody over here? What are you microdosing? Shrooms? All right, I've been doing coke. Just a little bit, just a little bit. As long as I do a little bit, you don't have a problem. But if you do a little bit a lot, oh, damn it. Back in. I don't know. Ed was living at the soccer house. I guess my party story, it's about a place I was living, is a place called the Nut House. Yeah. It was called, it was the Nut House because it was on Walnut Street. And most of the people that were there had been held without their consent at some point in an institution. And I found out it's both a good and a bad idea to fill them up with acid. It makes a fun night. And I wound up with a bunch more acid than I needed personally. And so me and a friend ate some, and we handed it out. Kind of gave a bit of a communion. That's how the party started. One for you, peace be with you, peace be with you. And pretty quick it kicked in. It kicked in way faster than we were expecting. And it was around Christmas time. So me and a friend, we got the idea, hey, we should go get a Christmas tree. Except it was a little late. So everything was closed. And we drove to the little nursery, the tree nursery. We jumped a fence and tossed one back over. Head full of acid. We seemed so skillful in our heads. But I also found out that if you do enough acid, you can defy the laws of physics. And you could fit an 8-foot spruce into a 2-door Ford Thunderbird with 3 giggly goth girls in the back. So it was kind of like 3 goth girls, 2 pierced boys, and an 8-foot spruce tree. It was festive, is what I'm saying. And we got back to the house, and there was too many cats in the house, and we didn't want them to climb into the tree, so we had the bright idea, hey, we should invert it from the ceiling. So we had to go take a trip to Walmart. acid field trips were the best. Not for everybody around you, but for the group doing it. It is. And yeah, so before we got kicked out of Walmart, we got what we needed. But we were having, like little bicycle races in the lanes, in the aisles. Nobody wins those. Nobody wins those. But so we got back to the house and we hung this tree inverted from the ceiling, which was it was funny to us because half the people were Satanists as well. So, hey, you make friends where you can, So then the last thing was what do you have for a Christmas tree with a bunch of degenerates? What do you need at Christmas time? So we decorated it with cigarettes and condoms. Merry Christmas. All right. Hey, my name's Dan Stevie. That's my time.
Dan Stevie, ladies and gentlemen. That's the Aloha shirt of somebody that wears one to work. Give it up for Dan Stevie. You can tell. The collar's got use. That's how I think it's washed weekly. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, come up to the stage next. A comedy phenomenon that's been joining us for the past 3 weeks. We've been enjoying her. We hope you do too. Give it up for Semele.
For Chino. Thank you, Chino. And don't forget to tip your wait staff. Also, parties. Well, anybody here been to a swinger party? Anybody know what those are? Well, they're kind of weird. And I went through this phase in Colorado. And there's some really trippy freaks out in Colorado Springs. So I've never been there, but they kind of merge over to Mesa County, which is where I was from. And Grand Junction's the biggest armpit of Colorado. Anyways, there's some really freaks there. Swinger parties. So I guess I would consider myself a reformed swinger. I don't do that anymore, but we don't want the word to get out. It's a small island, okay? And I'm what they call a unicorn. So yeah, I'm retired. I'm a retired unicorn. And I was dating a guy. We've been together for 20 years. He lives in Arkansas, long distance relationship. Anyways, he's a stag. So we had a good thing going. It was really fun. And speaking of pegging, so yeah, we did a lot of that thing. And my video game handle, we used to play a lot of video games. And my video game handle was She Pegs the Best. So anyways, like I said, he lives in Arkansas, and we don't talk about that because, it's a small island, I don't want to have the word get out and people come knocking on my door and, no, we don't do that anymore. So, and other kind of parties, like birthday parties for, little kids, I suck at that. I raised 4 kids, and I'm trying to make birthday parties happen. That's a lot of pressure, to make a fun kid party happen. And I was always so jealous for all the moms that had it all together to make the great party with the balloon sculptures and everything. I'm like, you're lucky if you can get a piñata and you get to hit that thing a couple times. Yeah, parties. I don't do that anymore. People suck, you can't really party with people, and they get a little bit of a butt hurt about things when you make jokes about them, and they're always saying things like, it's so stunning. Like, oh my God, people suck. They really do. Even your best friend can get on your nerves. Oh gosh, I don't know what to say. Parties. Okay. I had something in mind. Speaking of, what was the guy talking about before earlier? See, that's what I do. I forget these things. It's hard to be a comic because you can't really remember what you were going to say. I had it all figured out over there.
Which guy?
You. What were you talking about? You're saying something. About acid. No, that wasn't it. Anyways, it was a good one, too. Anyways, my name is Semele. I go by Semi-Sweet. And don't tell anybody I'm a retired unicorn, okay? And I might just want to jump on that horse one more time. We'll never know. Well, stay tuned, right? Subscribe. We can make money off this shit.
Semele, ladies and gentlemen. Keep it going for her. She says she's a unicorn, but she sounds more like a Pegasus. Am I right? It's a pegging joke, Pegasus, mythological horse. You really have to read a book to get that. It's a really good one. When you get it on the drive home, tell me about it later on Instagram. Ladies and gentlemen, coming up next to the stage, a comedian who's been a part of the Comedy Simulator for a long time. Give it up for Mr. Diamond Vibes.
All right, what's up, y'all? I want everybody that's a partier to say yo. And I want them to hear across the street because there's not very many people here tonight. Yo. All right, thank you guys. So, I don't party anymore. I quit that a long time ago. But I have my party stories are like a Clint Eastwood movie, good, bad, and ugly, you know? And so, the first time I ever partied was at a Grateful Dead show, right? And the Grateful Dead was playing at Madison Square Gardens, and they were doing I think an 8-day show, you know? And I'm walking around, and I hear doses. Doses. I'm like, what the fuck is a dose? And dude goes, it's LSD. And at that time, I thought LSD was like PCP. I'm like, doesn't that shit make you jump off buildings? And I said, is everybody here on LSD? And he says, yes. And I said, well, how do I get some? He says, well, you go across the street, you get a piece of cardboard, you put it around your neck, it would dose me on it, and people walk up and give it to you for free. That was fucked up. Oh my fucking God. So, all of a sudden, I get liquid, and I get paper, and little gels, and all kinds of things. I didn't know you weren't supposed to eat 100 of them motherfuckers, so I ate a lot of shit my first time, right? So, I'm at the show, Grateful Dead, and all of a sudden I'm in there, and I started to think that the Grateful Dead, the Madison Square Garden was a spaceship. Now all of a sudden we're gonna all fly into space, and I didn't want to go to space, and so I left the fucking venue. I'm sitting on the steps, you know, with my eyes kind of, because everything was really fucked up. And this dude walks up and he pats me on the shoulder, he goes, brother, what color makes you feel good? I was like, all of them. And he became my best friend, right? And, you know, I'm a musician, so one night I come home, and there's a big-ass party at my house. I lived in a warehouse, and we used to do warehouse parties. And my roommate, business partner / gives me an Altoid can, right? And I'm like, bro, what the fuck is this? And he's like, well, it'll help you stay awake for the rest of the night because, you know, the party's gonna go on until 6 in the morning. So I'm like, okay. And I do this shit, and it's fucking ketamine. And I'm in the fucking K-hole, but I'm puking the whole time. Blah. It just made me sick at the fucking stomach. And I'm like, is this what the K-hole is all about? This is some bullshit. Right? So, you know, as it goes, I used to drink Jameson. I used to drink a lot of Jameson to the point where I walk into a bar and they sit the Jameson up on the counter because they knew that was exactly what I was going to order. But I went to Africa. They told me that to get back into my own country, I had to take this thing called the COVID vaccination. The worst mistake of my fucking life. I ended up with kidney failure, a heart attack, and a fucking stroke. No joke. Just say no. And so, you know, as it goes, I don't touch anything now, you know? And I love being me, and I love being sober. You know what I mean? And I love you guys. Thank you so much. Thank you, Tino.
Keep it going for Diamond, ladies and gentlemen. All right, we just got a few more comics left. We're going to keep it rolling. Ladies and gentlemen, coming up to the stage, possibly the best comic of the night, the best dressed comic of the night. Get it for Cool Hand Luke.
This guy's spoiling my set. The best comic of the night. He's only saying that because I had best comic of the week last week and he deleted the poll and then reran it. What? So tonight's like party jokes. Party? Are we talking about parties or party? Right? Yeah, we're talking about party. No, party's slang for like cocaine, right? I don't know. Whenever I meet somebody who does cocaine but they don't smoke weed, I figure it's because they got a good job. Cocaine's funny, right? Whatever. It's got a couple different names. Crack cocaine. It's still cocaine. But people think it's different, right? I mean, whatever. But you know, when buying crack, $1 worth of crack actually costs $100. $2 of crack actually costs $200. But when a crackhead offers you a $3 blowjob, still just $3. I know some of you are wondering, trying to do the math, how many $3 blowjobs does it take to get $2 worth of crack? The answer is 66.6. You know, I'm not religious, right? But I believe that anybody who gives somebody else 0.6 blowjobs deserves hell. I didn't go to college. I joined the Marine Corps. That was the smart thing to do, trust me. Trust me. I ran a house. We threw parties. We threw bi-weekly parties in a dry country. Okay, so it was like the most insane parties you can imagine with like, it was in Saudi Arabia, so the entire nursing staff of Saudi Arabia is like European females. And then like, there's a whole bunch of expats, whatever, and they would just come to our house and party. Basically like, the guy who's the king of Saudi Arabia right now was at my house when we was like in our early 20s, just hanging out, having a good time. That's the only really good story I have. There was another story one time I was at a Halloween party and I got so high on mushrooms that somebody was trying, you know, there was a couple, like a man and a woman in costume, Halloween, right? And they were trying to trip me out, right? Like by being weird, I don't know, right? But it got so weird for them that they had to just excuse themselves, right? Like I was just too high for them to trip out, and then my high started rubbing off on them. You guys know how mushrooms are, right? So they just caught the wave that I was on. They're like, holy fuck, we gotta get out of the water. It's big waves only, baby. It's Maui. Oh, what are we doing tonight? Party themes. I like to smoke weed. My favorite thing about weed is like there's a lot of good reggae songs that go with it, right? I like weed-based reggae songs, and I always sing like the weed reggae song. Well, they got the weed reggae songs, and then they got like the pro-weed / anti-cocaine reggae songs, right? And those are the ones that I sing extra loud, right? I got no cocaine running into my brain, right? Sing that shit extra loud to keep people's suspicions down, right? Like, you gotta take precautions out here. Man, no, I'm too busy. I'm too busy to party. Too busy. I got too much going on nowadays. Yeah. And I don't know. I figure if I had more time, I'd probably party more. You know, like the people that camp out permanently, like they're partying a lot, right? Like they're not just doing that shit for fun, right? Like there's drugs involved, right? Like I'm so busy, like I couldn't even like have like a moment of like, yep, let's just go sit in my car and get high. Like it just doesn't work for me. But apparently, like if you go to like the road on the way to the dump, Pulehu Road, right? That's all they do all day long. Just fucking get high, right? And what do? They fucking cook out. They live on Cookout Road, right? What a perfect life. They just hang out, get high, pulehu all day. Man. All right, I'm Cool and Luke. Have a good night.
Keep going for Luke, ladies and gentlemen. I thought I was the only person that drove by and was like, man, it must be nice, right? I just got a drug problem. That's what that means. I like the dollar math there too. I had a homeless person threaten to key my car if he didn't give me $1, and I was like, "I'll give you $1 if you can tell me why the fuck you got keys, right?" What doors were you opening? All right, ladies and gentlemen, come up next to the stage, the man bun himself, Mr. Eddie V.
Chee to the motherfucker who is who. Man, I'm telling you what, I have been to some crazy parties. I went to a party in San Diego, okay? The party in San Diego. Well, San Diego, for those who don't know, is the Tijuana of California, with a whole lot of signs explaining what you can't do. That's the only difference. So, you know, we went to this bar. My DJ, my buddy's a DJ. We're at this party. He gets invited. Bro, we're at this penthouse party overlooking the bay. It's going to be sick. So we go to this party, and there's like lines on the kitchen table. So there's lines on the freaking... dude, this party was insane. There's naked girls, or they're wearing like bikinis. There's jacuzzi. Dude, this place was out of control. So... I'm like, I walk to this side of the room, I'm like, doing a line, okay? Walk to this side of the room, doing a line. I end up meeting the guy who's the host. And he's like, yeah, bro, I'm going to my arraignment in Chicago in 3 hours. I'm like, dude, this can't be good. like if you're partying this hard, you're gonna be in for a while. That's what I'm guessing. But maybe not. Maybe he's got a good lawyer. He had a nice house, and he had good coke, and he had a lot of freaking bitches in the zone. I mean, it was out of control. I went to another party in Kihei way back in the day, and you know they used to have these little houses way back in the like freaking Kiavi brambles, and this party was so crazy. Like I walk in, and they go, "Stick out your tongue." Has anybody been to a party where you just go, okay, and then they're like, did you get any? And I'm like, I don't know. So they like, I must have got 11 doses. Like, I don't know how much I got. And then I get sent to the video store because it's Halloween party to get videos. Bro, the shit starts coming on. I'm like at the video store. I get back to this part. I don't even want to get into it. It's such a crazy thing. I get back to this party. There's a guy falling naked out of the jacuzzi backwards and eating shit on the ground. It's like a tall deck. And I'm like, he's going to feel that in the morning. And it was so, dude, everybody was so high. I got freaking thing. It was, well, is there a joke here? I don't know. It's just life. It's life on Maui, right? So, what was I going to tell? Acronyms for paella, right? Acronyms for paella. Pharmaceuticals available, inquire ahead. Right? Right? Polynesians aggressively intimidate Anglo-Saxons. Right? Pathfinders and Isuzus abandoned. Patchouli and incense again. Pungent and intense always. I have one bullet point that I wanted to talk about, and it's let me see. It's okay. So I'm not gonna do that. That's too dumb. It's too dumb. It's okay. I'm gonna do the dumbest, shittiest joke probably on planet Earth, because we've had a lot of like kind of, racially, Chino was mad about it. So I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna say, Okay, why do I not go to white sand beaches?
Why?
Because I'm afraid of meeting the Ku Klux Klan. I'm Eddie V. That's the worst joke you'll hear tonight.
Eddie V, ladies and gentlemen, ending this set with a giant room groan. One. All right, we're gonna keep rolling right along. Ladies and gentlemen, coming next to the stage. No, he does not have a speech impediment. He is from another country. Give it for my friend Ivan Nathanson.
Thank you so much. Ivan Nathanson. I don't know who say who, but okay, cool. I am a party animal. By that I mean I'm like a cat, you know? I freak out, go out away from the noise and freak out in the corner. That's what I do on parties. One time I was in a party and I met a guy, a Russian, and I go like, hi, my name is Ivan. And he went like, where are you from? Argentina. And he went like, no, but really, like, you don't look like Argentinian, right? And I'm like, I'm Russian. And he went like, Pavlenko, dziś Mogodokia. I'm like, Niet. I don't know. My friend looked at me and went like, hey, you should be careful with what you say, right? But anyway, I'm Argentinian. I'm half Russian, for sure, for real. I'm half Italian. People think I'm German. And someone told me that I sound Japanese, so basically I'm the bad side of World War II. I was going to a party one time and I get pulled over by the cops. And I realized I don't have my wallet, right? And the cops were like super cool, so they go like, hey, up here. Hey, up here. The fun is here, not there, here. Okay, no, yeah, okay. I was going to a party, I get pulled over by the cops, right? I forget my wallet. All of a sudden, like, the cops go like, okay, I'm gonna be a good cop tonight, so why don't you turn around, yeah? I turn around, but it's in haiku. Everything happened in haiku. Narrow roads, I go down the cliff. I start driving down the cliff. I get stopped by a tree. Luckily. I get out of the car, I look up, the cops are looking at me and I go like, just for the record, I don't usually park like this. Party jokes, that's amazing. I was getting ready for a party, and we were in Footland with a friend, and so I was facing the cashier, right? The guy that just left forgot a bag, and the lady just putting things in the bag has Down syndrome. It goes to the story, yeah? Okay, just stay with me. All right. You stay with me, okay. Awesome. So, she's beeping all the food, right? Beep, 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 beep. Beer, a lot. Okay, anyway. So, this lady is like, oh, this guy forgot something, and the special girl, she was like, I'm gonna get it. I'm not gonna imitate her. Don't be that rude. But she grabbed the bag and she went like hopping like this. And the cashier looks at me. This full silence, right? The cashier looks at me and she goes like, she's so cute. It's like, what? It's like, I know it's wrong, but I mean like, maybe that third chromosome makes them funnier, you know? She's like all bouncy, all happy. And I'm like, I didn't say what I was thinking, but I was thinking, yeah, for sure, she will never let you down. All right. The crowd is dead, like my father, like I said last week. Thank you so much.
Keep it going, Ivan, ladies and gentlemen. You know, Ivan, with that accent, someone could mistake you for special needs. All right, we got 4 more comics, and we're gonna call it a night. I'm gonna check in real quick. Mr. E, I see you there. Brady here? Where's Brady at? Brady's here. Joshua, you ready? Joshua's here. And then Anahita? All right, wonderful. It's gonna be in that order. You guys ready? We're gonna do it rapid fire. Last 4. You guys ready to bring it home? Ladies and gentlemen, come to the stage. Give for Mr. E. Or are you by your name tonight? You wrote Matthew. It was weird. Mr. E, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey, thank you. Keep going for Chino, everyone. First of all, let's be realistic. The likelihood of me writing my name Matthew on any kind of paper that could be caught by a public agent is just non-existent. 0 chance. I let Dan write that name. Man, party jokes. It's almost like they're begging for me to be here. But there's one thing I know. It's the party. I might have been the reason San Francisco got COVIDed out. I was blowing it up. Haight Street was a new place those years. It was a lot of fun. Talk about, you know, one of my favorite things about Portland is they don't know that they're not a music festival. And it's great because you can dance all night. There's food trucks open on every street till like 4 in the morning. And it's a lot of fun. Fire performers everywhere, clowns everywhere. But you look at it and you realize the one downside to perpetual parties, the longer a party goes, the bigger a camp becomes. I don't know if any of you have ever been to a Rainbow Gathering or been through a camp. It's like the creepiest part. I mean, don't get me wrong. There's a lot of really magical and amazing things in Rainbow, but you have to walk past a camp to get there. And if you can get through a camp without somebody trying to bum heroin or give you a needle, you must be invisible. I don't know. I think one time I walked past a camp and didn't step in a pile of vomit. It was daytime. That was good. It was nice, but let's get on to some. Has anybody ever partied in big cities? What city? What cities you party in? Word. Does Philly count as a party? That place looks pretty low. That looks like a giant tenderloin district. Was there a corner that doesn't have a crack dealer? How do you get to the music place without going in the street?
Good question, Mr.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I used to live in San Francisco, and so like going to the Warfield for some good shows, hands down. I didn't even know I liked Jack Black until I saw him live at the Warfield. But there's no way you're going to the Warfield without seeing at least 3 different tanks of nitrous, a couple crackheads, and maybe one person in need of Narcan. If you're lucky.
The tenderloin!
Tenderloin, tenderloin. I'll tell you a secret about the tenderloin. You want to go to the Hondurans, but if you go to them 3 weeks in a row, they're going to switch the bags on you. It's just truth. You got to test it every time. Pro tip for you. The real melting point of cocaine is 98.6 degrees. So if you put it between your index finger and your thumb and hold it and rub it for a second, the parts that aren't cocaine will still be there. Safe drug use. If it's not real cocaine, do you really want it in your... And my big final party. The 3 rules of tripping in San Francisco. Rule number 1, most important. Cars are real, people. That's what those lights are for. They're not all a figment of your imagination. 2, you might want to come back, so manners are helpful. And 3, this is the most important one. If you think you can fly, start from the sidewalk and go to the top of the building. Be impressive. Tired of idiots doing it the other way. On that note, I'm giving it back to Chino. Have a good night, everyone. Thank you.
Mystery, ladies and gentlemen. Telling you how to find out that your cocaine is pure by rubbing your thumbs together. By the way, if there's fentanyl in there and you do this, you are going to overdose. Don't do that. All right, ladies and gentlemen, coming up next to the stage. Do I see an instrument? No instrument in your hand? Ladies and gentlemen, give it for Mr. Brady.
Hey, what's up, y'all? My name's Brady. And I think rubbing cocaine between your fingers and letting it melt is a waste of cocaine. And in this economy, you cannot waste any. Anyways, I wrote a whole bit for this night, but then everybody was doing party stories, so I figured I'd tell mine. Somebody earlier asked, have you ever partied so hard you got human trafficked? I kind of have. It turned out to be the police, but like for a fucking moment, I didn't know that. It was, the year was 2009. I was 19. I had just moved to Lahaina, literally my first night in Lahaina. So I bought a bottle of rum to celebrate, Hana Bay rum, which I thought was good rum made in Hawaii. I think I thought wrong on that. And so first I'll tell you what I remember. I sit down, we had just moved my couch into my room. I sit down, I got a coffee mug full of rum, which is always a good start to the night. And I start drinking it, and all of a sudden I'm in a concrete room. I have a ripping fucking headache. There are no windows, and I just assumed I got shanghaied, which that's when they used to drug people in San Francisco and send them to China for slavery. That's not what happened. All of a sudden, this little slot opens up and some real shitty food comes sliding in, and I go, oh, I've been here before. Thank God, I'm in jail. And then I think about it for a minute. I'm like, wait, what the fuck did I do? Why am I in jail? And apparently nothing, because about 30 minutes later, the cops just let me out. They opened the doors, let me out, 19, still drunk. And I started walking the railroad tracks to the house I had just moved into. Problem is, I just moved there. I had no fucking idea where I lived. And as I'm going down the railroad tracks, I see my dad, and he pulls up, and he rolls down his windows, and he gives me that, disappointed dad look. And I say, Dad, do you know where I live? He said, did you have fun last night? I'm like, I have no fucking idea, but do you know where I live? And he said, yeah, I know your new address. I'm like, will you take me there? Fuck no. Keep walking. So now I'm walking the railroad tracks in the Lahaina heat. Takes me quite some time to find my house, but I finally do. And now I have questions for my roommates. Here's what my roommates told me happened. I sat down on my couch. I started drinking rum. I drank more rum, and then at some point I stood up and said, I want to go get some pussy, and I walked out of the front door. Now, my roommates were supposed to be my friends, but, I was like, why did you let me, drunk as fuck in a new town, walk out looking for pussy? Well, I had hit on my roommate's girlfriend first, and it was that or my roommate beating the mortal shit out of me, so I was like, okay, fair enough. And I go, what happened after that? They're like, fuck if I know. And that's when I called my dad, because my dad had actually talked to the police. And here's what happened. At some point in my drunkenness, I wound up in the wrong person's yard. Apparently, I was very nice to these people, but I had no idea where I lived, so the only thing they could do was call the cops. And then the cops came, they picked me up. Apparently, I was very nice to the cops. And they wanted to take me home. I didn't know where the fuck I lived. So they took me to jail instead. And then they called my dad, hey, will you come pick your son up out of jail? And my dad laughed and said, he can sleep it off in there. This will be a good wake-up call for him. By the way, it wasn't. I kept drinking like this for years after that. But apparently I was so nice to the police that they didn't even charge me with anything. Like, I was 19, hammered, drunk, rummaging through people's yards, and that's the most white privilege shit I ever probably had happen to me. And that's my story.
That's Brady's story with his key tie and all. Ladies and gentlemen, coming up next to the stage, a comic, a poet, a man, Mr. Joshua.
Aloha. So last time I read a manifesto, so this time, how do you breed tomatoes? Well, tomato. So one time I was at a crochet party, and this 95-year-old lady told me that I crocheted like a little boy, so I told her to drop dead. And a bunch of old ladies died of laughter that night. My first party ever, me and my friends, my friends were in charge of it, and it was an abandoned house thing. And so we found an abandoned house, and then they stole like a speaker and a booze and everything that we could abandon. And then we partied in the house, and then the cops came. It was the first time I ever blacked out, and I didn't know what happened during that time. But when I remember coming out from the blackout, the first thing I remember doing is jumping down from a shelf. Everybody called me Spider-Man after that, and I didn't know why. And then the first thing I see was a flashlight in my face, but I didn't have my vision back. And then I hear, like, you guys are going to jail, and I see a cop, and then I run past one cop, and then I run past another cop, and then I run past a bunch of kids, hop a fence, and run down the street. And I'm just running past a bunch of people walking, and cops were just letting us go. It was like they were making a joke, but yeah, I was in a special ed class one time and one year, and the kids were like mean to me, and they liked making fun of me and then laughing at me about it. So one time I was looking in a mirror, just zoning out in a mirror, and they took the mirror and they turned it around, and they wrote my name on the back of it, and they asked me what's the difference, and I said, I don't know, I must be dyslexic, but that doesn't make me dumb.
Maybe dyslexic doesn't make them dumb. Which is good for me.
Yeah, I've been getting into AI, and I've put my poetry through AI, and I've decided that my type is AI. It's that's what I want to marry somebody like AI. It's like I put it through, and it only understands half of what I said, but it gives me the most interesting conversations I've ever had. All right, yeah, that's all I got.
One more time for Joshua, ladies and gentlemen. All right, I got one more on the list, and then a special one for you, ladies and gentlemen. Give her Anahita.
Aloha and salam. I am probably the only Iranian woman living on my own here on Maui for over 20 years. Now, some people ask me why Maui? Because it's 180 degrees away from Iran, that's why. My dad still lives there, and he moved there after retiring, and that's probably the reason why I haven't done stand-up up to now, even though people have been begging me. But I didn't want the IRGC to go pick him up. Now, tonight's is a party theme, so I am the ultimate party girl. I got lots of party stories. I'll start with the one from Maui. from when I first came here and I was 20 years old looking for weed. We asked around with my other Iranian friend, girlfriend, and asked around. Somebody told us there's a guy named Big Frank on Little Beach that we should go looking for. So here are two Iranian girls fresh off the boat from Iran, been on the island first time, going to Little Beach, looking for Big Frank. We're like, how do we know it's Big Frank? They're like, you'll know. So here we are looking around, like, is that Big Frank? No. Is that one? I think that's the one. So we start following Big Frank around, and then he goes in the water, and we following him in the water. And then we finally ask, are you Big Frank? And he goes, yeah, I am. Like, thank God we didn't have to ask everybody on the beach. So there, we had a great partying time after that on Maui, and that imprinted Maui on my little old head, and that's why I moved here a few years later. So here is another party story. My mom and dad got divorced when I was 22, and my cousin was getting married, and both sides of the family were going to be there except my mom. And my mom dressed me up in her little strapless dress with her little bolero, Oscar de la Renta jacket, made me promise I'm not gonna party, I'm not gonna drink. I promise, pinky promise, no drinking, no weed, nothing. Totally sober, sitting there in this Iranian wedding, being a good girl. So many boys came and went, sat in front of me, future suitors, boring. Anyway, I was being good, yeah? Until they were gonna throw the bouquet up in the air and I was gonna catch it like a quarterback. I took off that bolero jacket and I got right in the front and I jumped up so high that the strapless dress fell down, all the way down, and my boobs were all the way up. In all the wedding pictures from around the world, my cousin and my whole family got it, were these two big boobs on top of the bride's head. But I caught the bouquet. So, aloha.
Keep it going for Anahita, ladies and gentlemen. Boobs flying. She didn't even tell the most important part of why he's Big Frank. You guys know Big Dick Frank at Little Beach, right? Yeah, Big Dick Frank, the one who doesn't need a fin. He just drags that thing in the water and it gets traction. He's called Big Frank because he used to do porn in Japan. The dude's got a baby's arm with holding an apple. The thing is ridiculous. And he's so nonchalant about it. You're like, are you Big Frank? He's like, yeah. He's just, I guess so, bro. They just call me Frank, but I guess I am pretty big. Oh. He's a cool guy. I like Big Frank. All right, ladies and gentlemen, closing out the night while we figure out audience member of the night and comic of the night. By the way, audience, live audience, we only have 4 in the poll. So if you have somebody you want to elect, write them in the comments. We'll figure out who comic of the night is. I'm going to find audience member of the night. But now, closing out the set, a comic who almost died this past week. I'm happy to give him some stage time. I won't say his name for warrant purposes. Give it up for B. Mikes.
How the hell are y'all doing, Paya Coffee Bar? How the fuck are you doing? I almost died last week for this. I've been up for 24 hours, so excited to do my set. Or maybe it's a 31-year-old chick I was banging that lives across the street. I'm not sure. I OD'd like 9 days ago. Yeah, it's a bad thing. Don't do drugs. Shouldn't do drugs. Or maybe I should have did more drugs. I don't know. It was really weird. I didn't know where I was at. Kind of like now. Hey, I almost died 9 days ago. Let me think. Come on. They said I had brain activity, something, Parkinson's, some other kind of shit. I had 2 strokes. I was on a ventilator. What I did, I I did some coke and I did some other shit, and then I bought a car and it had some methadone in it. And I was feeling bad, and I was like, maybe I should take some of that. Nope, shouldn't have took none of that. 9 days. That was only, 2 days after I was arrested, so it's all been a blur. It's all been a blur. And then, like they said, there was a chick in here with a broke foot. Right there, somewhere. The last time there was a chick in here with a broke foot, I took her home for 2 weeks. And I seen her outside. So, history repeats itself sometimes. I don't know. I don't know where we're going. 2 weeks. Yeah, I mean 2 weeks. You stay in hospital for 2 weeks. You know, they'll keep you in there. What are they saying? Here we say, I'm so glad he's alive. Where the fuck would it get medical grade whippets if he died? Who's doing whippets? I mean, who can OD off whippets? Fuck. What else do we get? Avoid the light. Narcan was a mistake. 5 shots, bitches. Yeah, avoid the light. Don't go into the light. I saw Jesus. He was doing whippets. Narcan. I love The Thing. I've been watching The Thing all night, and it just fucks me up. It's amazing. Do comedy, not drugs. How can you do one without not doing the other? I mean, fucking, who can be Chris Farley? What happened to Jim Belushi? You know, Ralphie May. All the good ones, they OD'd, and then they say they're good after you're gone. So, fuck, I tried. You know? I went to rehab, though. I went to rehab, and I was sober for 6 years. The first thing they tell you in go in rehab is look inside yourself. So I went and got a colonoscopy. They didn't find shit. Actually, that's not true. But rehab was fun. Canadians will pay a lot of money for the Maui rehab here. It's pretty cool. 3 times. I was a 3-peat Aloha House offender. I wasn't ordered to go. I just went because it was cool. You know? Narcan was a mistake. I'm going to lose sleep over that. It's either that or the cocaine. I'm not sure. I'm going to lose sleep over one of those. He's reading the chat is the funniest all night. Hey, I'll take that. I'll fucking take that. Worst TED Talk ever. My milkshake brings all the boys to the bar. Is that what that says? I can't read anymore. I got Parkinson's. Fuck. Thank y'all for having this comedy thing. Thank y'all for Chino for doing this every week for everybody that comes out. It's a lot of work to put these shows on. I used to own a restaurant before I OD'd and had drug problems. And it's a lot of work. So Chino does it every week and we appreciate it. And you should give it up for him. Put some money in the fucking bucket and tip your waiters and waitresses. Thank you, everybody.
B-Mikes, ladies and gentlemen. He defeated death to be here. One more time for him. And in the chat, if you didn't like him, my Venmo is at Chino Bra, and I will buy him more drugs if you... No, I'm just joking. He's like, oh, he really wants the drugs. No, guys, that's it for the Comedy Simulator night. Audience member of the night was Kim. I just gave her bottle because most of you guys just showed up in the past half hour. Comedian of the night. I believe Joel won the polls in the online. What do we... Yeah, they're pretty rude. What are we thinking here? You were here. Oh, you deserve a bottle of sauce. You're still here. I got a hot sauce for you, too. Who do you think was the funniest tonight? We're putting the pressure on your shoulders. It was Joel just is like, fuck, everyone else sucked. Give me the prize. There is no prize. The prize is a metaphor. The cake is a lie. No, I guess it'll be Joel because we got to end the show. Congratulations, Joel. You are the comic of the night. Congratulations. I have a hot sauce for you for sticking around all night as well. Also, JFK 2026 online. I want to give you a box of hot sauce too, dude. You were fire on the comment section all night. Scarlett, you're always great too. Thank you for coming back, Scarlett. Missed you. Please, JFK 2026, look me up on Instagram at Chino Bra. I will talk to you about getting hot sauce in your hands. You guys, thank you so much for joining us. It's been the Comedy Simulator. If you had a good time, tell your friends. If you didn't, shut your fucking mouth. We don't need rumors. It's a small island. We'll see you next time. End simulation. Get home safe. Love you. Bye. I'm sorry we couldn't match a joint.
We couldn't match that, but this is our legal transaction.
It's the best we can do.
You did not get a joint here. No, I did.
Yeah, we can keep it rolling for a little bit.
You need a guard?
And we're going to keep it rolling for a second chat. If you guys want to talk to any of us or talk some shit. What's up, Jimbo? We miss you, buddy.
Yeah.
Jimbo got sick this week. He said he's been throwing up. Good. It's about time. I've been telling him to.
Herbal tea. Yeah.
He'd fit his outfits better if he keep puking.
Jimbo?
It's okay to make jokes about bulimia about men because nobody cares.
Are you going tonight, Chino?
Yeah. No, JFK, I'm not going to send you anthrax. I'll just send you hot sauce. I know it's going to hurt, so it's doing its job. But if you don't want to give me your address on Instagram, I totally understand. People are weird out there. You only like shatter so you don't talk shit on Chino himself. What do you mean, Juan? You've been here for 2 episodes and I haven't banned you or anything. You're here, man. Thanks for joining us. Sorry you think everything in life sucks. Maybe do some drugs like B-Mikes.
You know, he would have had that.
What up, Betty Vixen? Hey, good to see you, girl. I see you there. Thanks for joining us. She comes to our real shows sometimes, too. That's always cool to see some of our real-life Maui friends in the chat, too. I understand why you don't want to come out on a Monday night, too. So thanks for joining us. But no, feel free to talk shit about me. I'm totally cool with it. I've been doing comedy for over 15 years. I should have been famous twice by now, and I'm not. So obviously I suck. Talk your shit. I don't care. But I do have a TV show on Amazon and Tubi. If you can't check it out, it's called Moku Moku, all shot here in Maui. I'm also going to be shooting a movie on Oahu next week, so I might not be here. I should be here, but I might not be here. Jimbo is willing to puke on camera for you, Allison. And Allison, appreciate you for being a long-time viewer. I think I've seen you in at least 3 weeks of chats. Allison Wayland, appreciate you. Very bold using your full name on the internet, but dope. Scarlett, no, I liked your set. You were very, very funny. It's just carrying a 40-minute to an hour-long set, very few people on the planet can do that. So like there's nothing, you are, I can tell you're a funny comic. And like I said, I'd love to feature you. But the headliners we bring out here, because Maui is so expensive, it's normally people who have like the experience with running a room that big for that long for a while. But please, I hope you didn't take my message wrong. Like, I thought you were very funny. Scarlett, you would do great in our scene too if you ever wanted to just come out here. I know you don't have, I know like it's a big expense to come out here to Maui, but maybe we'll start like an audience fund. Like maybe we'll get a special audience member out. I'm already giving you guys hot sauce. McG Misfit, he lies. He does, says the man in a hoodie with no profile picture, you fucking creep. I love that. Oh, I'm the suspicious one. Yeah, okay, buddy. Probably not even a real person. What's that? Yeah, I could probably do that. I believe that. Yeah, we would feature you, and we'd pay you for a feature set. I mean, any comics I bring out for a feature set, you'll make a few $100 at least. And I mean, we can always try to find a way to like get you more gigs while you're on island. But Maui is a pretty small island, and it is kind of difficult to make sure that everybody gets enough work. But I did think you're funny, and I definitely want to book you. The crowd turnout, it's pretty solid for an open mic. I mean, it's not as much of a crowd turnout as you guys are. Tonight's view count, I think we had something around the neighborhood of 10K. You guys are awesome for that. Thank you for that. And thank you for the subscriptions. we get about anywhere from 40 to 70 people live, and that's not including the comics. And I mean, that doesn't sound like a mega room, but if you take a look around this room, it's not a comedy club. We don't have any comedy clubs on Maui. We do a mobile comedy service so that we turn rooms into comedy clubs. And this venue's very, very stoked about it. Their Mondays were slow nights, and we've absolutely changed that. And you guys have been a big help of changing that too. Gotten the word out. Now we're getting full on like national, worldwide promotion here. Like, you guys are ridiculous. The fact that so many people watch our weird little comedy show, like, dude, the whole point. All right, the whole point of the show is to give you guys a view of like the beginning stage of comedy. Everyone has access to the highest levels. You can see all your favorite comics, and you can see them so much that you're sick of them. But like, nobody gets to really know what takes a comic from being bad to good. And this is kind of part of the process. My Instagram is @ChinoBrah. That's ChinoBrah. Thank you. I appreciate it, Robin. Hey, guys, I do appreciate the compliments. You guys have all been cool to me, but like, hey, feel free to talk shit about me too. Like, I'm cool with it. I don't give a fuck. I'm probably like the most cool of the shit. You know, that's how my family talks to each other. So when you're being mean to me, you just like, it's like, oh, you must be my cousin or something. Oh, we need to see Skylar. Skylar, do you want to make an appearance real quick? This is our video tech. He's the man, dude. Skylar's dope. He's the one who's given this whole show a new face. We couldn't do it without Skylar. With Shroomcat Studios. And you guys, once again, really appreciate you. Please subscribe if you haven't already. We're breaking it down, so we're going to end this stream in just a little bit. If there's anything else you want to say to me before I go for this week, otherwise you'll have to keep it to yourselves for one more week. You're obviously a masochist, but I'm guessing that by the color. Yeah, exactly. A large man like me, I'm a big pink, bro. I am what I eat. I don't mind wearing shirts like this. I refuse to talk shit about you. You're one of the only ones all night. I appreciate that, PC Bullet Sponge. That sounds like a really good PUBG name. We should shoot some shit someday. Oh, Allison shouting out Jimbo. Jimbo, dude. Jimbo's making friends in the chat. Hey, you can see him in VR comedy too if you're autistic like the rest of us. He does comedy in VR as well. Sometimes he's the white Power Ranger, and sometimes he's Jeffrey Epstein. Although I think they might have cut that avatar and sent him to the island. What do I think about Kill Tony? I mean, great show, humongously successful. I know Tony. Tony Hinchcliffe used to come to the Ha Ha Comedy Club in Hollywood. Shout out to Jack Asadorian, all the Asadorians. I used to do the comedy at the Ha Ha Comedy Club in Hollywood, and Tony Hinchcliffe used to come in all the time. I'd serve him. I was a bartender there. You know, we'd hang out. He's definitely changed a lot over the years, but he's got a lot of success, and who wouldn't change with all the success? It's a good format. It works. He's definitely making money off of lesser comics, but that's the name of the game. That's what all comedians do. You work your ass off until you can make money, and then you make money off of people until they're good enough to make money. And that's what I plan on doing with all the comics here. They're going to be doing the dances, and I'll be making the money, me and Skylar here. And then when they start asking about money, I'll be like, well, you start a comedy simulator. No, I'm just joking. I'm not a dickhead like that. Do me or anyone in my area do comedy workshops? Sometimes we do writing sessions. I teach every once in a while. I kind of teach more through the situation. If you're looking for good comedy classes, my buddy Greg Romero Wilson teaches one of the best, and he's got online courses. Check him out, Greg Romero Wilson. That's who I learned from. But I mean, I always give out advice, solicited. Look me up on Instagram. If you have a set, send me your set, and I'll give you some notes on it. Right, Scarlett? I saw your set. Great timing, Scarlett, by the way. I really like your joke structure and timing. Real solid. It's just a matter of stagecraft. Normally when somebody gets 1,000 hours on stage, you can see it in their stage presence, and that's really like the end goal. Yeah, if you're interested in getting into comedy, Allison, feel free to message me. Dude, JFK, you're in love. Yeah, talk to Scarlett. You might have a love connection. Get married on Maui, and then we'll make the comedy simulator at your wedding. One goal we do plan on making this for is we do want to do a road show with this one day when we get enough viewers and maybe make enough money from it. We'd love to go to your guys' comedy scenes and bring on your shitty comics and, let you guys talk shit about your own people. Because as many good comics as there are out there, there's like for every good comic, there's like 500 shitty comics. So it'd never run out. I mean, you guys have seen Kill Tony. So we'd never run out of material or necessity. But we'd love to come to your backyard and hang out with you and smoke your weed. Although I don't do that. I can't smoke other people's stuff anymore. I got drugged on the road a couple times. That's happened. Yeah. Nicholas, you missed it. This is the Comedy Simulator. This was a comedy open mic. Now we're just doing the wrap-up post-show. JFK's winning a hot sauce. Yeah, right, Allison? A roadshow would be pretty freaking cool. And we'd love to just take over like random comedy scenes. And you never know who's going to be like the next thing. And it's kind of fun to see like our show kind of building up into this, like getting 10K views per episode is like unheard of for us. So who knows what the future is for the show? Maybe you're looking at the next Kill Tony. I don't know. Did your edibles drug me? I just found them in my bag today when I was setting up. I was like, shit, the edibles. So I've been so high that I forgot about edibles. But I will get to them, Jimbo, I promise. We just found them. All right, we're packing it up. Guys, thanks again for joining us at the Comedy Simulator. We'll see you next week, Monday, 7:15 sharp, Hawaii Standard Time, whatever time that is. Loch Ness Monster, brutally unfunny. Comedy is in a terrible state overall. Hey, man, I agree. I did comedy well for like 18 years and nobody took notice. And it wasn't until we started doing cringy shit that you started watching. So maybe if you had better taste when I was doing good shit, we would have catered to you. But because you didn't support us enough, now you just get shit comedy. And because you started following stream situations instead of comedians directly, this is what you get. Inactivity is also action in its own. So if you don't take action, you're part of it. No, that wasn't funny. But neither is the Loch Ness Monster. That is a very real danger to people in Scotland. I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. You guys have a great night. Thanks for joining us. Get some sleep. It's late where you are. Bye.